What's up, everybody? Bludborn here again. I wanted to give you a little bit of an update what's going on around here and some of the things that are going on in game. So I'm upgrading some of the stuff on my computer. One of the things that I'm actually going to be doing is the SSD. Pretty excited about this one. Actually going to be putting this guy in. These guys are phenomenal. It actually has about a 4 times faster read speed than most of the SSDs on the market right now, which is pretty crazy because an SSD is already pretty damn quick. And it actually has a 2 times faster write speed, which is also pretty damn good. So the only problem with that is it's not compatible with my motherboard that I have in my computer right now, which I didn't find out until after I bought it. I was doing the research and looking everything up, and I could have sworn I saw Z87. Turns out it was Z97. So my motherboard is a generation too old. Oh well. So I went back, and I got this guy. All right. So I will be doing this upgrade here soon. So look forward to that. I am. Also going to be taking this machine back to Windows 7. Some of the compatibility things that I've been running into with Windows 10 have been driving me nuts, and I really don't have the patience to try to find all the workarounds and try to make it work right. I'm going to actually, when I get the new SSD in, I'm going to put Windows 7 on that and test some things out first before I wipe out the current SSD that I've got and make it a data drive. That way I can go back and forth between 10 and 7, make sure things are good, and we'll go from there. So that's just kind of a little update what's going on here with some of the hardware side of things. From the streaming side of things, I'm going to be trying to get back to my more consistent schedule. It's been a little rough at work, so things, sometimes when I get home, I just want to chill and play. I'm sure most of you guys can totally understand that. But I do want to get back to streaming a lot more consistently and constantly as well. So some news from the game. This past week, 18.2 came out for LOTRO, which most of you know that means the raid dropped. And I can tell you, it's actually very exciting to see a multi-boss raid again. It's pretty awesome. Now, based on timing, I haven't been able to jump in the raid. I messed around with it just a tad in beta, so I kind of knew what I was getting into, and I looked at some of the guides and stuff like that. And I can say I'm pretty excited for it. I've got a couple people in the kin that have run some stuff, hearing some pretty positive feedback about it, and just generally, I'm hearing some pretty good feedback overall. There's going to be people out there just not happy about anything, and I do my best just to ignore that. That being said, yeah, I want to know, like, if you are raiders, what's your favorite raid that you've done? I have a feeling most people are going to say one of two things: the Rift or Tower of Orthanc, and probably maybe a close third is going to be OD. The featured instance, with 18.2 releasing, they've actually changed a couple of them. So if I can get this straight, I'm not looking at any notes right now or anything. So Ostalendil has changed out to Dungeons of Dol Guldur. The OD Fear and Wound Wings has changed out to Helagrad Drake Wing. And what's the third one? Inn of the Forsaken has changed out to Stoneheight. So while we went from an instance that I didn't like doing because it was kind of a pain to do the challenge, just finding the right group of Inn of the Forsaken, and then we end up getting Stoneheight in the mix, which I'm excited about because I like Stoneheight. We kind of flip roles, and then we lose Elendil, and we get Dungeons of Dol Guldur. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, so other things with 18.2, obviously there's some housing updates. There's a lot more hooks available in the house, which is making a lot of people happy. I honestly don't go to my house hardly ever. I pay the upkeep on it. I pay the upkeep on the kin house. I went to the kin house the other day and I didn't even recognize it because whoever's been going in there is making a bunch of changes cosmetically. It looks great. I just have no idea what the hell's going on. It's all good. But then trying to think if there's any other major stuff. I mean, there's some little things like with bartering jewelry and things like that. That's changed. They took the featured instance jewelry out of the tier 2 challenge chests, which is fine. That's no big deal. I think that's the major part of the game side. Now, today there was some news kind of floating around Twitter that there were some more layoffs over at Turbine. And without going into too much detail because I don't have any, we don't have a CM at the moment, which is kind of a bummer. Like I said, I don't want to talk too much about it because that's a very personal thing to a lot of people, and I don't know what that means from the standpoint of like what the direction of the game is going. I saw a couple tweets out there that was Turbine as a whole, so like DDO, Asheron's Call, LOTRO. So I don't know. There hasn't been any official statements or comments that I've seen. I've been trying to keep close tabs on Twitter and on Facebook and just on official forums and whatnot. And there may be something posted by the time this video gets posted, but as of right now, typical deal is to try to respect people's privacy, and as with anybody that potentially loses their job or anything like that, that's always kind of a touchy subject and should be taken pretty respectfully. So more just kind of informative to say that things have happened and we don't know really what the details are behind them. I think that's about all I have for this one. I'm going to try to do more of this stuff on a more consistent basis, just so I can kind of collect my thoughts too. But just to kind of give you an overall idea of what I'm doing, where I'm at, and what's going on in the games around me. So please oh gosh, I can't even talk today. So please feel free to leave comments below. Let me know if you like videos like this for like updates and things like that. And also, if you head over to my Twitch profile, I do have contact information. You can feel free to email me as well for ideas, feedback, things like that. I do read everything. Most of if you look at the comments on YouTube, I try to respond to everything. Even if it seems like it's a troll post, I try to respond to everything. So with that being said, I hope you guys all have a good day, good night, whatever time it is for you, and I hope to see you guys in the stream sometime soon. All right, take care.